Hello, I'm Leon and I'm sailing the Halbergrassi 46 Regina Alaska, and today I'll take you into my planning for leaving Cascais on the west coast of Portugal, close to Lisbon, to sail to Madeira in the Atlantic. So for this reason I just didn't want to use a simple route, which would be possible as well, but I would like to use the routing software which is built into the Time Zero, which is very sophisticated. So before you do that, you need to do some inputs. So what you click on your polar diagrams, and here I have collected during a couple of years the different speeds I can generate under which wind angles and wind speeds. And actually I started off by using the data that I got from the yard, the Halbergrassi yard. They have it as official data, so it's just to copy and paste actually. But if you don't use it, don't know how to get it, you can also collect it by yourself. Then you can, if you like, you can go under options, the routing software. You can give some input, like that you want to have an acceptable maximum wind speed of 35 knots in my case, 2.5 meters wave height, and some other information like that you will be motoring if you sail under 5 knots, and then you will be motor sailing with 7 knots. You only do this once, you do the polar diagrams once, and then you are set to download the weather. So you do that by clicking on weather. I have here already chosen the designated area. I click on download, and then it starts to I'm connected to the internet now. Otherwise you can also just generate a small email, send it off to Time Zero, and what you do is you get back the weather as a little grid file, and you can exactly see how big the grid file is, so you don't use too much satellite data. So now I am online, so it has downloaded my weather. You click here on the left, start routing. I start somewhere outside the marina of Cascais. I zoom out and pan over to find Madeira somewhere in the Atlantic. We will sail to Porto Santo, which is here. So this is my end. I say that I will start on the 3rd of August. That's the day after tomorrow at 10 o'clock UTC, after a nice breakfast. And here are the data with the speed and knots that I will be having as borders. So I click on launch the route, and now it starts calculating. It uses the weather, it uses all the information available to calculate the best possible route and real-time information. So it says actually that I will be running in 2 days and 14 hours. That's quite fast actually. I will have a maximum speed of 20.7 knots. That's very convenient. 1.9 meters waves, and I will be having a maximum speed of 9 knots. So that's good. So let's keep that route, and let's see how this now evolves. So what I have here is the pre-calculation. So I can see exactly, instead of just setting a speed of 7 knots or 8 knots, it gives me the speeds that I can generate here on this in this column, taken from the polar diagrams using the weather. And I can now move my little boat forward and backwards to see under which weather conditions I will have during my trip. And on the end, the very bottom here, I can see how far it takes and how far it is, and which wind speed I will have when. Very useful, very practical, very sophisticated. I love using this on my Time Zero.